All right, welcome back to Saddle Rants and Reflections. And I have a saddle rant today. I overheard somebody talking, and they had bought a horse in Europe, and they tried it back and put it in a program. And the horse spooked with her pretty good a couple times, and she sent it down the road, got rid of it, unloaded it on somebody else. And you're like, wow, you unloaded it? Spooked on you a couple times and you unloaded it? And she's like, that's not what I paid for. I didn't sign up for that. He was supposed to be dead broke. And I'm thinking, that's kind of unfair, man. Like, take a horse, take it away from everything it's known and where its comfort zone is, and then you put it somewhere brand new with a totally new rider, and you expect him to be that quote unquote bombproof that he was for somebody else. I mean, like, in what world does that make sense? I just don't get it. I've been around and I've ridden a lot of horses. And I've got horses that are, I would say, bomb-proof. Like, I could take them anywhere I wanted to go and I wouldn't think about it. And then I've had somebody else get on them and they looked like they were the biggest chicken that I ever saw. Now, what's the difference? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say it's the person in the middle of their back. And the reason I say that is because, you've got 4 points of contact, 5 points of contact. You got your reins, you got your seat bones, you got your legs, you got that back, and you're sitting there and you see something that looks like it could pose a problem for you, and you just absolutely get uptight. You start telegraphing all of your angst and nervousness into that horse, and he may not have ever seen what it is that you are losing your mind about, like it is. And he's reading your body language, and he's like, what do you see that I don't see? And he's getting completely uptight. And then, you're looking in the direction of that thing, and your body conforms to where you're looking. And eventually he's like, oh my God, that must be the meanest trash can I've ever seen. And he spooks at it, or he won't go near it. And it's his fault. There's a lot of things out there. I mean, you're riding a horse that is by nature, a prey animal. He's got to be on a lookout for everything that might be out of place. And, whose main defense is to run away, right? And then you're feeding it. You have to treat a trash can like it's a trash can. You have to treat a plastic bag like it's only a plastic bag. And if you treat it like it's that, then that's what it'll stay. Bailey here. And that's your job right there, is to not make a big thing out of nothing. Because when you're out here on trail, that horse is borrowing courage from you. Now, if you have spook issues, if you have a horse that's spooking at sounds and bags fluttering in the wind and trash cans and stuff like that, you have to find out whether that is actually an evasion to work or if they're actually afraid of it. And a lot of people, they'll see things and they'll be like, you know what, that could be a problem and I'm going to avoid it. Well, I've never found that to be the way to do things. So if I see something that looks like it's going to pose a problem for my horse and he's going to spook at it, I found that the best thing I can do is, under my own terms, go and introduce him to it. And so it'll be similar to this rock that's coming up here on the corner. It's been painted, spray painted, sitting in a bed of weeds. I mean, it looks like something hiding in wait, right? We've had trouble with it. I've had to make him go up, smell it, stand on top of it. And so he's sort of still kind of worried about it. But he gets worried about it, we address it, right? We go over and I make him mind it, I make him go past it. And by doing that, we get over it. And then tomorrow, when I take him out on trail again, or the next day, I'm going to take him right back by that rock. And I'm going to pretend that I don't even see it, or I don't even know it's there. And if he don't look at it, I won't look at it, and we'll go right on by. And that's a positive reinforcement of how I want him to treat things. So again, riding with me, he learns that if he makes a big deal out of something, I'm going to make a big deal out of it. If he ignores it and walks by it and doesn't pay it any mind, I'm not going to pay it any mind. And pretty soon, I think they start to realize that, hey, I can govern my impulses. I can just, squash this thing. I can get by. And if you don't think it's anything, and I trust him, then it's not a thing. And that's what we do. And you've got to develop that, because the horse doesn't know anything but your body language. It doesn't know that you have its best interest at heart. It doesn't even know if you're present in the moment. And that's a funny thing too, because I've watched people riding down the trail and they're fully engaged and that horse sees a tree or a stump, and because they're all nervous and worried, that horse spooks at that tree and stump, and they just about get thrown out of the saddle. And then I've watched that same person diving into Instagram, going down the road in their phone, and walk by stuff that's absolutely just as scary, and the horse never sees it. So tell me, who's the problem? I mean, it doesn't get more black and white than that. Anyways, go out there, let your horse borrow some courage from you. Don't be the person that's giving him more angst just by manner of your body language and your tense and anxiety, okay? You'll take care of him, and then you can trust him to take care of you. That's my rant for the day. Enjoy yourselves, and I hope that helped you.